When you say you're good, is that like not really? Because you're still over there hard researching? You can't even focus on the cast right now because you need to know about legendary drops?
No, well, I was just starting to try to look up Bonnaroo now.
Oh man. Well, you can look it up. You can look, I got so much to read. We got things to you're fine, dude. You're fine. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Forecast, a bi-weekly podcast about everything games, film, and news. I'm Aaron Juno.
See, you said I'm fine, but immediately I have to participate and say I'm Alex McCausland.
Only thing you have to say.
I'm Caleb Juno.
Is it me? Oh, I'm Chad McCausland.
Oh my god. And just cancel it. It's over. I'm Jake Fetterkyle.
On today's episode number 219, we're not doing it. It's canceled. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. No, I'm kidding.
You sure this isn't our first time? I feel like it's our first time.
It might be.
It feels like the first time every time.
On today's episode number 219, companies be laying off more developers under the guise of restructuring, in quotes. Caleb's Cultural Appropriation movie was a hit. Can't wait to talk about that. And the execs are in deep water with Subnautica 2. Plus, a new contender for the best board game appears. PlayStation's State of Play shows new footage of Ghost of Yotei. Is it Yotei? Yotei?
Yotei.
Yotei. All right. And Ben quits the podcast. If you'd like to know more about what we do, you can follow us on our social channels. You can check out our website at WeTheRes.com, where we have a ton of original content for you to browse through, including our Pathfinder 2e campaign, Crown and Conquest, which we've actually had like 4 or 5 episodes.
We did a few of them. It's kind of crazy. We're kind of popping off.
Additionally, everything we talk about is pushed out to our cast notes, which is pushed to whatever podcasting app you are using. All right. Let's move on to a couple of things. Wait, Chad, do we have a CCCP this week? It's still marked off.
People are just not sending questions. It's weird.
Caitlin!
I had one. I have one. Who would win in a fight? Charles Xavier, but he can't use his powers right now. Or Wolverine, but he does have all of his powers.
Excuse me?
Think it over.
Is it a trick question? Like Wolverine would feel too bad, so he would surrender?
Like, however you want to make it make sense, you know?
Wow.
It's open-ended.
At which stage in Charles Xavier's life are we talking? Is this...
I don't think it matters if he
It does not matter.
I think it does matter. I think it does matter.
I think...
Any stage.
Wheelchair stage or not wheelchair stage is the question.
I think wheelchair stage.
Wolverine.
At what stage in Wolverine's life? Is he already dead?
Ooh.
Oh.
Which Wolverine?
That's true. Is he old? What if... Okay. Charles Xavier, no powers, free wheelchair, Wolverine, baby.
Well, does he even have his healing factor when he's born?
I have no idea.
Doesn't he
I don't
just
know when
not
he
have
gets
powers?
I guess he doesn't...
I think healing factor is birth, right? Because that's
I think
a
so.
mutation.
So.
But don't they
They-
give it to other kids? They give it to kids. That's how X-23 comes about, right?
Because doesn't... Okay, I don't know X-Men comics. I just know the movies. In the movies, it manifests when they're a teenager. Because they were doing, like, a gay allegory, so it made more sense there. I don't know if that's canon or not, though. Or if they just did that so it worked better with what they were doing.
Maybe that's right, yeah.
It could be right.
Doesn't-
In which
isn't-
case-
Apparently he was born with the inherent ability to heal rapidly.
Okay, all right.
then
This
he
is tough.
wins.
And
I was about to say,
and-
isn't
It's not
Rogue's
bones.
story like her power manifested when she was trying to like get close to a guy and she killed him or something?
Yeah,
And she runs away.
yeah. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. I don't know.
I heard a ridiculous question. I gotta ask. You guys know the gorilla, right?
No.
Yeah.
And like the how many
100 guys
blah, blah,
versus
whatever.
one girl. Yeah.
Okay. You guys know Bonnie Blue?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So Bonnie Blue is a chick who in like 24 hours had sex with like 1,000 guys.
Oh.
All right. So the question is,
You wanted to break the
would
record.
you rather
Would you rather
be
good
the
start?
first person to go fight the gorilla,
No.
or the 1,000th person to go,
Number
with
one.
Bonnie Blue?
Number one. Gorilla. Number
Oh
one.
my god.
Just put me out of my misery.
I was saying
Yeah,
no
at least
contest,
if you fight the
gorilla.
gorilla first, it's fast.
The other one's fast too, probably.
Wow.
I mean, or is that just me?
Got him.
Wild.
The hypothetical has been going around the internet because of the hot dog eating contest was interesting. You guys see that one?
No.
Hit me.
We gotta, guys, we gotta write these down.
Yeah,
we can't use all our juice.
Joey Chestnut came back because he was banned last year because he took sponsorship from like a
Like a vegan hot dog.
Yeah. So Nathan's was like, ban you from the hot dog eating contest. Anyway.
Literally so stupid.
Yeah, it
but
was
that's
so
fine.
dumb.
That's so absurd.
So he came back this year, and the new hypothetical was who would win between Joey Chestnut and Usain Bolt in his prime.
Oh,
You have to eat one full hot dog and then run 100 meters. Who would finish the 100 meters first?
Usain Bolt.
That's a
It's
really
gotta
good
be Usain
question.
Bolt. I mean, I don't know Joey Chestnut's workout routine, but I think even if
You have to completely swallow this whole hot dog plus
he-
bun.
He can eat a full
Plus
hot
bun.
dog plus bun in about 6 seconds, I think is what they said. Right?
I think it's
And
even
now-
less.
It's even less now?
I don't know.
Less.
But
Now I gotta get like a hot dog and eat it
the
fast
question
and see
is
like,
like
how fast I can eat it to like kind of
Yeah.
gauge this.
Yeah, I don't know how long it actually takes a normal person to eat a hot dog, I guess.
Well, good news, guys. I Uber Eats us all a hot dog, and it's at your
Yes.
door right now.
thank God.
Oh, sorry. It's 2 seconds per hot dog.
2 seconds?
2 seconds
Okay.
is how fast
So
I
He
he
gets
wins.
a, so he
hot
gets a
dog.
full on 2
He
second.
wins.
Well, you got to do
I
the
think he
equation on
wins.
how fast
He does
Usain
win.
Bolt eats the
I
hot
think the
dog.
difference between Usain Bolt and
Like a
whoever this
normal
guy
runner?
is running,
Chestnut,
yeah,
yeah.
any normal person running is not as big as
Yeah.
the difference in eating a hot dog and
I don't know,
That
man.
person-
I
I think that's like the eventual conclusion a lot of people came to. Is it would just take them way too long to eat the hot dog.
But
Yeah.
Usain Bolt is like he can run in less than 10 seconds, right? 100 meters.
Yeah.
Most people, like even the track athletes in high school, were running like 12 and a half, 13-second 100-meter dashes.
I mean, you're
So you-
talking maybe 4 seconds of difference. You think you can eat a hot dog in 6 seconds, a full hot
The
dog?
thing that, we're not
With
talking
bun?
about us. You think Usain Bolt runs that fast and he can't eat fast too? No way, no sir. He
True.
eats fast, he
That's
runs
true.
fast.
That's
He
true.
might.
His whole life is just fast. Got it.
Absolutely,
I mean,
he lives
this-
life on fast forward.
This says beginner runners can do the 100-meter in like 15 to 20 seconds.
Okay, so we assume that he's going to do it probably in like 18, I would guess. I mean, he's got to be in good shape if he eats hot dogs all the time. So maybe that's wrong.
What
I
is
don't
that
know if that's a
even
good
mean?
argument.
Wait, hold on, pause. That's
do you
we need to visit
That
that.
feels backwards.
I'm saying,
Excuse?
No, I'm saying like he's got to be in good shape
He's got
because
to
he
maintain his physique.
Right, he actually does. He does not look like he eats that many hot dogs all the time, but he clearly has the capability of putting them away.
When he's not competing, he's just vomiting. Just all day on the toilet, dying.
Permanently vomiting.
Yes.
I was about to say, what is the health routine of somebody who eats hot dogs for a living? Like,
Great
is
question.
do they go to the gym, they count their calories, and then on hot dog day they just freaking slam it back and they eat
That's his cheat day.
16,000 calories? That's a cheat
There's no
day.
possible
day.
way that's the case, right? Like you have to have
Yeah, 'cause
some
you have to
build up.
practice, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Here's what I want to know: is who sits around and thinks up these dumb hypotheticals all the time? Gosh. All right, let's move on to a couple things in news world. Alex, you want us to start us off with some sad stuff since we've had all the fun stuff and got them out of the way?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. Tell us.
We had good fun times. The major story since the last podcast has been Microsoft's layoffs and
Yep.
Yeah.
subsequent cancellations of many projects. The number I've been seeing reported most recently is like 9,100 staff about. That's like across like all of Microsoft, not just gaming division stuff.
Yeah.
This is on the heels of them being like the second largest company in the world, by the way. Oh, fun fact. Did you know Nvidia just broke the record for market cap and passed $4 trillion?
Wow.
Anyway.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
That's
Can
insane.
you always pepper in fun facts in your depressing news stories? I don't even care if it's
That'd be
related.
nice.
Just like something cute and fun.
Mm-hmm.
So the first huge story I saw was the new Perfect Dark game that's been being worked on for I don't know how long at this point. Got
Ages.
canceled. Yeah.
Yep.
Game looked really cool last time I showed it off.
They closed the studio, so all those people are out of a job. This is the initiative was a studio. Studio specifically formed to make this game in 2018. And they never got a product out the door. So that's sad.
Yeah. And they also bragged about it being the first quadruple A production studio, right?
Yeah, Microsoft bragged about forming the studio as the first quadruple A video game developer.
How much do you think
who says that? It goes perfectly. That's what's weird.
How much when the first quadruple A game comes out? How much do they charge for it?
It's already out, baby.
it was,
Skull and
what,
Bones.
Skull and Bones
$60?
came out, yeah.
Wait, they actually called that a quadruple
Oh,
A?
yeah.
Yes.
Guillermo
Oh,
del Toro.
yeah, they did.
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh.
God.
Yeah, what?
What? That's the director.
Oh, usual Mo.
Forgive
Yeah.
me. It was $40.
What a steal!
$40 for a quad.
Was it only 40? That's a steal. That's crazy.
It's got
That's
mixed
half
reviews.
the price of a triple A game.
It's true.
I think it having mixed reviews is the most shocking thing about it. Like, how is it not just negative?
Pure negative.
Mm.
Those people have never played whatchamacallit, not Skull and Bones. What's the other one that came out?
Assassin's Creed?
No.
Sea of
Sea of
Thieves.
Thieves. Thank you.
Spoon said it very well. Si compara muy dervito.
Huh.
Yeah, that's it. Nailed
Speaking
it. First try.
of Sea of Thieves, developer Rare got some cuts, and their game Everwild, which got revealed in 2019, got canceled.
Oof.
They showed that off at like a Xbox showcase or something like that. Apparently, they started working on that in 2014. So that's
Wow.
a good amount of years put to
It's
that.
a long development cycle.
Over 10 years, and it's just gone now.
So that's a
I
sad
mean-
fact. Do you have a fun fact?
I don't even know if my fun fact was actually fun. It was more like,
Here's a fact.
this is capitalism.
Hmm.
Keeps going
Uh,
up. Numbers
did you-
go up.
We should also note the Microsoft layoffs that also affected Bethesda and ZeniMax as
Yes,
well,
sir.
which I think is a pretty big deal considering what they're working on upcoming.
ZeniMax was working on a new MMO, apparently for like since like 2018, codenamed Blackbird.
Hmm.
They said it was a noir-themed third-person shooter, similar in style to Destiny or Warframe.
Yep.
Noir theme? What does that mean?
Like dark, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, dark. Yeah, okay, word.
Black and white.
Black and white.
I was just thinking like Nick Cage's Spider-Man from
Mhm.
Into the Spider-Verse
Yeah.
noir.
Yeah.
Like that style, super cartoony.
You know, to be honest, with the MMO landscape, they're probably making more money by not releasing that game than releasing it.
This one was a bit weird because apparently it completely blindsided the staff. Like they had no idea, and also it was by all reports doing really well.
Mm.
Like it wasn't in development hell or anything like that. It was coming along really nicely. People were excited about that it was in. So that's not great. And then also Turn 10, who is the Forza developer, kind of got cut in half basically.
Really?
And basically I think the idea is like normal Forza is gone forever, and the rest of the staff
Whoa.
is working on Horizon stuff.
Hmm. I mean, Horizon did seem to do a lot better than.
We got new staff members.
Wow.
A bunch.
That took me a while to get. Activision Blizzard also got hit with cuts. It seems mostly in like their mobile stuff. So like King is also part of that. Activision Blizzard King, and they got cuts. And the Warcraft Rumble team got cuts. That game seems to not be doing well. And then there's also reports of Halo Studio, which is the new name for 343 Industries, getting cuts.
It's kind of awful, by the
That's
way.
just what they call it.
They call
Halo
it that
Studio.
now. Halo
They-
Studio.
Whatever,
I think
I
they-
They
guess.
deserve it for that.
Yeah, for that right alone.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer, Raven, and Xbox itself also had some layoffs. Unclear how many people were affected there.
Dumb.
Industry's going good.
Yeah.
I
As per usual.
to add on to the layoffs, Ubisoft also laid off another 19 people. I think this is one of the most interesting ones, primarily because they sold 25% of their company to Tencent back in March. So clearly they are financially doing very, very well. And yet here we are cutting another 19 people. And these are from people working on Star Trek Bridge Crew and also the Tom Clancy studio.
Hang on, people are still working on Bridge Crew?
Yeah, that's the real
Yep.
news.
Yep.
What? Why are we talking about that?
Yeah.
What could
that's
they
that's the
possibly
point
be
I don't
doing?
know,
right?
man.
Yeah,
It's already done.
Don't know, man.
I mean, maybe there's like servers to make sure they're online. And that's it.
Don't know.
I can't imagine what they're doing.
It was a few people from that team, and the rest of them from the Ubisoft Red Storm, which is the Tom Clancy series studio.
Which
Just-
that is like the most successful property at Ubisoft right now, probably besides maybe Assassin's Creed.
I would assume Assassin's Creed, yeah.
They just
Wild.
launched Siege X, and everybody was excited about that.
By the way, speaking of Assassin's Creed, did you guys see there was another update to Black Flag on Steam, and now there's speculation that they're remastering it?
Yeah. There's been rumblings of a remake, which is kind of funny. Just give up.
Yeah.
Just like whatever. This is what you guys want here.
It's gonna be better than Skull and Bones, man.
I mean, yeah, it will.
I want to move from studio layoffs straight into video games to talk a little bit about Subnautica 2 and the stuff that's going on there, because I think this
Please.
ties in. What you guys should know is that essentially Subnautica 2, if they met revenue goals in 2025, they were going to be given a $250 million payout for the game.
Like the studio would?
The studio would, yes,
Okay.
which would result in like a whole bunch of people having like an incredible bonus for all of the work that they were doing on Subnautica 2, right? Their parent company at this point, which I don't even Krafton, I think is the name.
Crafton, yeah.
Crafton, there we go. They fired Charlie Cleveland, Max McGuire, and the CEO, Ted Gill, who were all in charge of Subnautica 2, and replaced them with Striking Distance Studio CEO just like this week, right? And as a part of that, all three of those heads of the studio previously had said, Subnautica 2 is ready to come out now. Like, we're ready to publish, essentially. And this new guy's like, no, we're delaying it to 2026, which essentially means they will not meet their revenue goals for 2025. And that $250 million payout is essentially non-existent.
Forfeit. So shitty.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So that's most of the speculation, is that they're like, in order to avoid this but still have like a great game released, they're just like, well, we'll just push it to the first quarter of 2026, and then we don't have to spend this money for these guys early on.
Wow.
It's like, what? Why even make the promise that you're going to give it? Because the whole point, I would imagine, is to encourage people to work hard.
Right?
But now, you've just tanked morale. I mean, I guess if the game's really done, it's like, whatever, let them all quit. Who cares?
Yeah.
But, like,
Hold on to it for an extra year.
I don't know, man. It just
release it.
seems so short-sighted. Like, I guess you're not going to have a Subnautica 3 that anyone's going to, like, actually make, you know? Like...
I mean, seems so short-sighted is, I think, just the key phrase for most of the studio decisions we've been talking about since the beginning of the calendar year.
It really is, man. It's one of those where, like, I feel like a lot of the studio execs making these decisions don't know anything about the industry that they are leading. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
just the decisions don't make any sense. Ugh.
I feel
It's too
like
bad.
from the consumer side, there's way too many people that are going to see that and be like, I'm just not buying the game. Like,
Sure.
even if it, like, unfortunately does affect those developers that could have gotten that paycheck or whatever, like,
Yep.
to get to the suit and ties, like, it doesn't make me want to buy it at all. I mean, I
Yeah.
historically didn't want to play, I haven't really played Subnautica anyways, but this definitely takes it off my radar.
I'm pretty sure it was the highest wishlisted Steam game this year, Subnautica 2.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, I heard that Subnautica 1 was phenomenal. It's just not a game. So, like,
Well, also, your taste in games has changed so dramatically since Subnautica 1 came out, for sure, but even the last couple of years. I just read the quote from Cleveland, who's one of the co-founders. He said, quote, "We know that the game is ready for early access release, and we know you're ready to play it. And while we thought this was going to be our decision to make, at least for now, that decision is in Krafton's hands. And after all these years, to find that I'm no longer able to work at the company I started stings."
Dang.
Yeah. Brutal. I feel like this always lands in the gamer's laps, because I never know what to do with this. It's like, do you fight against the studio? Like, I'm not going to spend the money on this game, but then you're just hurting the developers who are still working on the game.
Sure,
Buying to
yeah.
still support it. I don't know. You feel like you're in the middle of this turmoil, and it just ends
the
up on you.
question, right? are the people who are developing it right now not getting a paycheck until Subnautica 2 drops, or are they getting a paycheck all the way up until Subnautica 2 drops, and then they could go to a different job if that is like how that can happen? Like,
Great question. I
they're
don't know.
they're getting paid whatever their
Sure.
salary is up until
So-
release, and just not getting this enormous bonus they were promised.
Yeah, the bonus sucks, but I mean, you got to remember, right? When a game comes out, if you don't buy it, you're not really hurting the devs usually, right? Because the devs don't get paid based on sales of
True.
the game, right? That's
that's
all...
kind of what I was trying to articulate. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are hurting their future games though, because if their studio dies because their game doesn't sell well,
Sure.
they're not going to be able
True.
to make something in the future.
But how many games have been great and have sold well, and all
Yeah.
the developers got fired anyways?
Yeah.
You know, we've almost reached a point where
More and more
the sales
recently.
don't matter to the developer. You know, if a game sells really well, they're going to get fired, so it looks like the line went up more.
yeah,
And if it did really bad, they're going to get fired because the game did really bad. You know what I mean? Like, you're just
Yeah.
fired either way.
Fired regardless.
yep.
Yeah.
Never finish a game because you'll get fired, but also don't not finish a game because then you'll be put in
You'll-
development hell and you get fired.
Yeah. It's, man, what a time to be in this industry.
What a time to be in this industry. Okay, a couple other things in video game world. Alex, did you actually play The Last of Us Part 2 remastered chronologically?
No, they just released
They
this though. I
just-
thought it was
yeah.
neat.
Oh, they actually did it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they
It's a
added
weird
a new
choice, man.
a new option. You can play the story chronologically now.
Is this the new Skyrim?
Yeah, we're getting there.
I don't think anything will ever be the new
It's-
Skyrim is still selling on other platforms. You play it on microwaves and TVs.
Oh my god, dude.
The Last
Somebody
of Us
had-
series might be second place though.
You think so? Well, maybe.
They have re-released a
Up
lot.
there.
They
That's
released several
They
times.
remastered Part 1 twice,
Mhm.
right? And then this one once. I don't know, maybe.
So does that mean you're switching between?
Yeah, you bounce
Abby and Ellie?
between Abby
Yep.
and Ellie.
Interesting. I don't like that.
You don't
Yeah.
like it? Okay, I was
They
wondering what.
explicitly don't recommend playing it that way the first time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's designed a certain way for a reason. If I ever played it again, I'd probably play it like this just to see what it's like.
Yeah, sure.
Probably would.
I want the third option, though.
What's
Yeah,
the third
I
option?
I
want
want to play
swapped
Abby
order.
first and then
Yes.
play Ellie
Oh.
second.
That
That's
is
what I really want.
exactly- That's how I think the game. That's what makes sense to me, right? As
Yeah.
you know, just
Can
the
you
guy.
imagine? Okay, let's go back in time for a second. The Last of Us Part 2 comes out. All of the advertising still shows Ellie and Joel on the front cover. Game starts, you play as Abby. You have no idea who this character is, and you go through her steps and just develop this like intense hatred for her character because you don't have any tie-in other than she, I guess there's no spoilers here anymore, other than she kills Joel early on. You know, I mean, like, it would be a completely different story, and it would feel so
I don't think
wildly
you-
different.
I don't think you hate Abby over the course of playing her part.
I
That entire part is built as a way to redeem her.
do you think it's
You
built
hate
as
her
a-
right in the beginning because you don't know anything about her, and she kills Joel, and you're like, "What the heck?" And then you
But-
like understand her point of view later.
Do you think you'd still feel that way playing her part of the story first?
I don't know. It'd be super weird.
I'll say, from my point of view of never playing this game, but having every inch of this story beat into my brain, I don't think Joel should have died, period. That's just me. I've refused to play it because of that. Because the first game, I'm like, oh, this is Joel. He's cool. He's my hero. And then, like, you go to the second game, he dies instantly. I'm like, this is a bad narrative choice. And I've just always thought that.
I don't think.
And
they
we'll
could-
see how the TV show does, because I feel like the cast that they have, like, that's just not going to be, like, Pedro carried the show. Like, there's...
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Neil Druckmann has stepped away from the show now. He's not going to be participating in the third season.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Fun
I don't
fact,
think-
with
I
Alex.
yeah. I don't think they could advertise it as Joel and Ellie and then drop
Yes.
you in playing her. I think that'd be crazy.
I always thought the way to do it would be, you say The Last of Us 2, it's an anthology series,
Yeah,
right? You're
mhm,
following,
exactly.
here's Abby, here's the new
Oh.
main character.
Yep.
And you allude to, oh, they went and they did something really fucked up. Her and her friends, they're fighting, and it's like, well, we did that really fucked up thing.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end, you bust into the theater and Ellie is staying there, and you're like, wait, what? She's in this game?
Yeah.
And then you flash back to Ellie's part, and it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
That would be
Crazy.
awesome.
That would
That
be
to
great.
me would be the big boy move.
Mhm.
So you
They
never
didn't do it.
even see the messed up thing that they do until
Yes.
you play Ellie's
And
part.
Right.
Sure.
That would be good. Yeah.
I think that would have been really, really cool.
Would have been a lot
Interesting.
better, I think.
Okay, so let's go back to this one, which is playing this game chronologically,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
feels weird.
I
Because-
think the main issue with that is that you don't. They have such different kits that it breaks flow constantly, and you're going, wait, what does Abby punches good? Does she? What does Ellie do? You know, you're constantly like going back and forth between playstyles.
True.
I think the idea was you get to see like how many times they run across each other's paths so closely but never interact.
That would be neat, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, it's a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing exactly where everything falls instead of like trying to remember what happened
Mm-hmm.
10, 20 hours ago or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
That is really fun that they did that, though. Because these games are very much like narratively driven, very specifically laid out stories.
Mhm.
So for them to have the confidence to just go, all right, let's just completely change the way this game is played with this one option change, that's pretty nuts.
Also, the way they talked about it, flashbacks are also you played them in chronological order.
Hell yeah.
They're
why
not.
not?
They're not flashbacks.
They're
They're just
all the
in the
beginning of the game.
chronological order.
Yeah.
Weird.
You start the game, all right, here's a couple hours of flashbacks.
Yeah,
Weird.
That's funny.
I think they
That's-
explicitly
that's-
called out like you see Ellie give him
This
the
sucks.
guitar, and then you see her learn to play the guitar.
Yeah.
I guess that's one way to do it.
That's basically how the TV show does it. They just have one episode that's like the flashback episode.
Yeah.
It's not
really?
very good. I don't like it very much. I think it works way better when they're spaced out, but you know, whatever.
Weird. Is anybody going to try this version?
Alex
I
said he
mean-
would.
If I ever play them again, which I might at some point because I really like those games, but I would do it like that probably, just to see the difference.
All right. Play it all in one weekend. Just
Gosh.
start on Saturday morning, just
Blast
roll
through
through to
it.
Sunday night. Let us know. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Ghost of Yotei. They had some
Yes.
footage on State of Play.
They did a state of play for Ghost of Yotei. This came out, I think, 30 minutes before we started recording this episode.
What else? Breaking
Yeah,
news.
Part of the reason I was late was because I was finishing watching it. It looks good. I don't know. The footage, I don't know why. I think it's just this generation. A lot of times when they show footage, the games look kind of like laggy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just kind of weird. I'm kind of assuming they're going to get that sorted out before it actually comes out. But one thing I thought was cool was that it seems like, this is my impression at least, rather than having several different stances you switch between different weapons. So, like, if anyone's played, I think some of you guys at least have played Ghost of Tsushima, you would have, like, different sword stances, and you would have different animations, and they would be good against different enemy types.
Right.
So you had a stance that was good against shields, a stance that was good against swords, one that was good against spears. But now you just have a katana, a nodachi, a kusarigama? That's like the
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
The thing.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, okay.
A spear, dual katanas. I
There's a
think
lot.
there was another one I can't think of.
6?
They're
Was it
Wakizashi.
Odachi? No, maybe it was only the 5. Whatever. And
That's
they
a
were
lot.
going through like, dual swords is good against spears. And then another interesting thing is you could like disarm enemies. Which I
Like
don't
cut
really
their
know
arm
how that
off.
mechanic works. Yeah. Because some enemies also, they talked about like they could switch weapons like in the middle of a fight. Like if you're kicking this guy's ass when he's using his katana, maybe he pulls out a second one. And now you need to adjust to that, which is a really cool idea. That's not something the first game ever did.
Yeah, it's
If someone had a katana, they're a katana guy.
fun.
That's it.
Yeah. So that's kind of neat. They also showed, I think they showed this before, but like guns. There's like, she has like a musket, which is cool. How different is that from just using a bow? I don't know. It's basically the same, but cool. I thought it was neat. There was also like this, they showed off this like bounty system where you could like pick up flyers and you could go like hunt people down and bring them in for a reward. One way they seem to be addressing discoverability, like actually finding stuff on the map, is you could like capture people and interrogate them. And they would be like, oh, I heard there's like a shrine over here, and I guess it would like mark your map or show an icon probably.
Direct the wind there or something.
Yeah. They put like a big focus on like it being very like player choice driven. Like you just do the stuff that interests you, which is kind of how the first game was.
Yeah.
It felt like a weird thing to focus on in my opinion, but whatever. A lot of customization options. They showed off some of the customization. Looks sick. I mean,
Just
of course,
cosmetic customization, or
just like the first game, right? You would have different armor sets that do different things.
okay,
But then also within the armor set, you can like get different dyes, color it so it looks different. They didn't go too in depth in it. They kind of just showed like a montage of a bunch of them. They all look sick. I'm pretty excited about that game.
I'm pumped to play it.
That's more or less it. I didn't
The
take
weapons
notes.
stuff sounds great.
Yes, I think that's a really fun idea. Because similarly, you can get disarmed. Like, if you're using the spear and then they, like, knock the weapon out of your hand, it's like, well, fuck, I guess I'm fighting this guy with a suboptimal weapon now. That's a cool idea. I like that.
Do you have an early sense of whether or not this could be a GOTY contender?
I think so. I think this was my most anticipated of this year. Still is. I freaking loved Ghost of Tsushima. I really didn't think I would, but I just fell in love with it. So I have high hopes for this one. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. So I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah, thank you. The first game had like a Kusaragawa. I don't think I'm saying his name right. Samurai movie director. Japanese samurai movie director. Made the game black and white, put a black and white filter over the whole game. They added more. So now there's one, I don't remember the director names offhand, apologies, but there's one that brings the camera in really close and increases the amount of like mud and gore. So it's like a much more violent, intense one. And then they also have a Samurai Champloo one that will play lo-fi hip-hop while you're exploring around.
That's great.
Literally, they started talking about, I was like, what are they going to do for that? And then they did it, and it was just like these lo-fi beats as you're exploring. Hell yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool. I don't know. I still have high hopes for that game. Hopefully they get whatever weird performance issues they were having sorted out. Like, what I'm a little bit afraid of is that it's going to run like shit on a base PS5, which is what I have.
Yeah.
And you're really going to need a pro. We'll see. You know, that's also, it's not out yet. They still have time.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's like, oh, they put it in, display mode or picture mode or whatever the fuck it's called.
Quality mode.
Quality mode, whereas I'm going to run it in performance mode, obviously, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Give me 60 frames or give me death.
You gotta have it. Gotta have it.
For sure. But yeah, high hopes for this one still.
Cool. Let's talk real quick about Lollapalooza, Chad.
Lollapalooza! Not to be confused with Lollapalooza. Not to be confused with whatever concert we're talking about at the beginning of this podcast.
Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo.
So first of all, let's backtrack and talk about what Rite of the Nine is first, because that actually needs to be set up to understand what Lollapalooza is. Rite of the Nine is a Pantheon-style event, limited time kind of dungeons that you can go into.
This is in Destiny 2, right?
Destiny 2, that okay. Bungie has brought into the destinations in order for us to be able to get shiny weapons, adepts, kind of different roles from the regular, like Prophecy, Ghost of the Deep, Spire of the Watch. There is also contest versions, which are called Ultimatum, that you can play through. They're pretty cool. Kind of changes up the flow of the dungeon. And Ghost of the Deep, instead of having to run 4 different ghosts back to dunk into a statue, you do it 3 times, so it kind of speeds that up. And then there's like different bosses added to Prophecy along the way, and then in Spire there's like different mechanics. So that's all cool. It's kind of fun to play through and revisit these locations that probably you haven't played in a while, and get these manifolds that you're able to spend to try to roll different adept weapons, shinies, etc. to hopefully get you kind of set up for Edge of Fate. These are claimed to be around like tier 2, tier 3 guns when Edge of Fate comes out, so that's cool. You're kind of getting kickstarted. Then there was a whole controversy in the beginning where each dungeon was going to be released on a 3-week schedule. So basically, you'd go through week 1 with Spire, week 2 with Spire, week 3 with Spire, and then Ghost would release. And then Ghost would be 1, 2, 3, and then so on and so forth. There's Backlash. They only did 2 weeks instead. So you had 2 weeks Spire, 2 weeks Ghost, 2 weeks of Prophecies. After that, they made last week like double drops, you know, in the specific dungeon that you're playing. And then Lollapalooza came out. So everybody was like, I bet we're going to get more currency. We're going to get more drops. We're going to get, you know, nice rolls from the tower that we can go into. Turns out you go into the tower and you get 1 chest per day per account. Not even like you could switch to a different character and get a chest. So that's Lollapalooza, quote unquote. Another thing is they kind of claim that Lollapalooza was supposed to be activity specific. So you basically like run the activities and you get more loot that way, which I can claim my postmaster filled up multiple times last night when I ran this circuit 2 times. The reason you run the circuit is because they released a quest. The quest is basically run every single dungeon before the end of the week, and the quest completes. The reward, though, for that is 1 manifold, which is wild. People were thinking that was a bug, that manifold was supposed to be like 250, 1000, somewhere that like in the ballpark of actually being something that could be called Lollapalooza. But no, it's just 1 manifold.
Are you telling me you ran all 3 dungeons twice last night?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Anyways, there's also a new engram called Non-Airy Engram, which gives you like emotes, different cosmetics, just stuff from like the Bright Dust store, Silver store, etc. You're supposed to get 1 per day per account, but something broke there and you were able to get more than that. So of course Bungie had to release them shutting it down because if it's anything that is money, Bungie has to immediately shut that down. While if it's game-breaking bug, it's like whatever, dude. Just whatever.
Freaking
Play
Vesper's
through it.
host, dude.
Oh yeah,
Not farmable for months.
yeah.
Don't care.
So yeah, that's the whole thing that's been going down. My only comment towards the quest that everybody's mad about is the title Eternal. You only need like 8 of the 9 triumphs to get it, and the gauntlet of completing that completing that quest gives you like the gauntlet triumph of like completing every single dungeon within that week. I think it's just an easier way to get the title rather than having to go through like Ghost of the Deep on contest or like if you can't do Spire for some reason, or if you can't get a group together to finish the last one, like you're able to get the title. So like I have an argument for it, but at the same time, like one engram for completing all 3 dungeons is kind of weird.
Yeah. You can get the title without doing the ultimatums.
One of the ultimatums.
One of them.
Yeah, because each ultimatum gives you a triumph, and there is 9 triumphs that you can get. You only need 8 for the title. So you have to complete at least 2 ultimatums.
Gotcha.
It's like you're in a perfect position because we haven't finished Prophecy yet. If you just jumped in and did all 3 on Eternity, or even Explorer, you don't even have to do Eternity, I think. I think you can do Explorer. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, anyways. Speaking of controversies, this coming... Well, next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, there'll be a day 1 raid. You know, we're going for. Edge of Fate came out is going to come out on the 15th. 19th, we're going to have a raid drop. And they're doing something that they haven't done in the past with raids. And that is after the world's first gets the clear. So there's a team that wins. They're immediately launching the normal mode. So contest mode is only going to be up until world first happens. And you would think that this is the end of the world in Destiny because of how many people are seriously upset about this. I'm baffled because contest mode is still there. How does that affect the people who are doing contest mode? I don't get
I was
it.
about to say they're not like ending contest mode early, right? They're just
No,
what
it's
I was
going to
thinking.
be for 48 hours still.
Okay, yeah.
There's one
That's
argument
weird.
among arguments
fine.
that I can sort of agree with and kind of track with, which is
Spoilers?
I don't even agree with that. Because like what the arguments that I've disagreed with is like, oh, you can stop playing contest mode mid contest mode and you can go back into normal mode, and like imagine if you had that ability during Salvation's Edge and you were in Verity and you went to normal mode to figure out Verity, and then you go back to contest mode after you know Verity, you'd be able to clear Verity, and that's like where people
Okay.
got stuck. And it's like, okay, am I getting world's first? Because it's already done. World's first is already
Yeah.
done. The race is
It's
over.
not about, yeah, what's the point? of
You can do
one?
that way easier by looking up what World's First did.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, the one argument that I have heard that I'm like, oh, that actually kind of makes sense on why you keep normal mode closed until the contest is over, and that is server capacity and server issues.
Oh, true. That's a
I
very
can see that
valid
argument.
point. I feel like even during contest mode, it's kind of janky at times.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, like, people who aren't even going to try contest mode, they're like, oh, but we can get into the normal mode now, and then that's like way more people that's going to hop onto the
Yeah.
game. Also, LFGs are way more frequent in normal mode stuff. Contest mode is like hit and miss.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't get it. Like,
Mhm.
it's not even like there's any catering to casuals here. You still have to clear contest mode if you want the emblem. Like,
Mhm.
it's not like you're clearing normal mode and getting the exotic. Like, you have to clear contest mode to get the day one exotic drop. I don't. It's just straight elitism at its core, and it's just, in my opinion, it's weird.
Yeah.
They're just weirdos. Like, just go outside, touch grass. Like, holy crap.
Can you imagine World's First happens? They unlock normal mode, Fireteam Finder goes up, and it just says know what to do in every title.
Know what to do, have tier 5 loot, be on mobility and intellect only. Oh my gosh.
Crazy. Let's move on to one thing in tabletop. I've been wanting to bring this up for a while now. Caleb and I have been kind of sleeping on this game because we've been playing it. And this is not a Across the Obelisk ATO. This is
Wow.
yeah. This is Aeon Trespass Odyssey.
Jesus Christ. Of course
Yep.
you're playing this game.
The horrible name.
I've maybe heard one worse name in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. This is by far the biggest, heaviest board game box I've ever carried, moved, assembled, done anything with. I mean, it's
It used
insane.
to sit right back there in that little cubby because it couldn't fit on any of my shelves.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It's like
Yeah.
3.5 feet long.
I think it weighs about 45 pounds now that it has the organizer in it.
Why?
Uh,
there
They got a lot of
weights in it?
components, man.
there's a ton of components. The organizer is entirely made of wood, so it's like all these wood
Oh,
boxes
that's
are
why
holding
I
all these
see why you
components.
bought it.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. Anytime anything's made of wood, I'm in. And that's only one part of the game. The other part is in another box that weighs another 30 pounds. So all in all, this game is approximately let's back up. This game is based on the sort of and how would you describe the time frame of this game? Is it like an alternate?
It's just Roman mythology, right?
Do you think it's just
mythology?
Just Greek mythology? It feels very adjacent to Greek mythology in some ways.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Greek mythos mixed with some tech, some weird tech stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of.
The game itself is like it's a campaign game. You have various different formats you play. There's like an exploration mode. There is a massive, absolutely massive storytelling component to it. The book itself, just for the first cycle, there's 5 cycles in this game. The first cycle book is like 100 pages long, and it's just text. And it's like an 8.5 by 11 size book. It's enormous.
And they have fully voiced
Everything.
app companions.
And not even just fully voiced, fully acted sound effects.
Mhm.
I mean, it's really incredible.
Crazy.
But I think the thing that makes this game stand out is it has a very, very unique mechanic for combat, and that's what I think we have gravitated most to. In this game, you play as people essentially who are powering titans, these giant mechanical beasts, and you're fighting these primordial beasts that just have appeared. And so the combat board is not you as the player, it's you as the player controlling your Titan that's moving around the board, fighting this miniature that's much, much bigger than your Titans are. And your Titans are essentially the size of like small cities. So this is just like playing out on this giant combat board. But they have this mechanic called the inverted combat paradigm. Jake, you'll love this. It's great.
You're killing me. With every word pains me.
Inverted combat paradigm. Basically what happens is the longer you're in combat, the more effective at combat you get, and the more effective at combat your enemy gets. And it becomes more difficult. They have like larger AoE attacks. They hit harder, but you also hit harder. You unlock abilities to fight differently than you did at the very beginning of combat. It's like they have like 3 little trackers, and one of them is a rage meter. And the rage meter, the higher it goes up, the more effective you are at combat, but also the more deadly it gets. And it is one of the most perfectly balanced combat systems that I have ever used in any board game ever.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
It's crazy how well balanced it is.
Yeah. One of the components I wanted to talk about specifically is they have these 2 different decks. One of them is specific to monster attacks. It's just called the AI deck, and it's basically like what the monster does. And the other deck is their body part deck, or the BP deck. So as you like attack a monster, remember you were fighting as giant titans with a giant primordial. As you attack them, you're like attacking small pieces on their body to try and like chunk off sections and eventually take this creature down. And so on a hit, you have to roll against a body part to see if you get enough like strikes against it in order to defeat that body part and lop it off or whatever. But the moment that happens, an escalation occurs, which means all of the more difficult things in both the body parts and like what the creature is doing combat-wise get put into the same deck you're drawing from. So the further we go into combat, the more difficult it is to hit things, but also the harder you hit, and also the harder the primordials hit. And it's just a really unique, interesting combat structure that I think they've built. I don't know. Maybe you have more to say about it, Gil, but I just am really impressed by this game.
I feel like you completely covered it, actually.
That's rare.
Yeah, this is the first time that's ever happened.
One of the parts, maybe you kind of alluded to this, but you're playing as these titans that are enormous, right? And most of the maps have these like columns placed on them that you can shove the beast into to like break more of its body parts, or it can slam you up against and knock you down and do a bunch of damage. And you're like breaking the entire, these cities and these columns as you're playing out this fight. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's really neat. The cycles themselves are allegedly 100 hours a piece to beat. So this game, with its 2 boxes, is about 500 hours of board game play.
And we were like 2/3 of the way through the first cycle when we failed.
Yep. And almost failed again.
Again.
I think we're approaching the end. I will say, for big campaign board games, I think this game probably plays best as 2, second best as 1 person. I feel like if you get to 3 or 4 people in this game, you should never play this game as 3 people. But if you get to 4 people in this game, it really lags. I think 2 is incredibly balanced. You're controlling 2 titans, and it really feels like you're just busy the whole time. There's no downtime. A lot of the campaign games we play, you just end up kind of sitting there for a minute, waiting on everybody else to take their turn. I never feel like that in this game. It's really immersive. So, anyway, if you're like, hey, I got somebody I just need to spend 500 hours playing a board game with, well, here you go. This is the one.
It's exceptional.
It's very, very well done. Okay, move on to a couple things in film world. First of all, I don't think we've talked about F1 since we went and watched it, boys. Have we talked about this?
The racing? No.
Pretty sure we saw it last weekend, so there's no cast.
Yeah. Yeah, F1. We went and saw F1, and I'm pretty sure it has the best title card of any movie I've seen in recent memory. I don't know if you guys remember the title card.
Thing to
Yeah, dude, title cards are sick.
latch onto.
They zoom in from like way outside the racing track all the way into one of the F1 cars, pass between the driver and the halo ring, and then the camera comes back in the car, and then you're just in the car on the track zooming down with Hans Zimmer playing in the background. Like, okay. All right. Peak. Absolute peak. Done.
But where's the title coming? You see it on the car?
It pops up right when you see the track.
Okay.
Man, it's so good.
Yeah. So watching this film, I feel like I was near panic attack the entire time.
Yeah.
It was so like I looked at my Apple Watch when I was done, like in the car, got in the car. I had like at one point 120 beats per minute. Like it was
What?
that movie.
It's pretty
puts
intense.
You in the action like so hard, and I'm like at the edge of my seat. There was a scene that won't say what the scene was, but whole audience is quiet, and you just hear Alex go, "Oh." It's good. It was a good movie. I really liked it.
The dude that's I did that, and the guy next to me, he like scooted forward and leaned forward, and he was literally on the edge of his seat. I was like, I thought that was a meme on the edge of your seat. No, this guy was like serious about it.
Serious.
What's the movie about?
F1 racing.
Yeah, it's about this guy who was like a burnout F1 racer, and then he ended up doing like a whole bunch of stuff like Daytona and dune racing and stuff in the U.S. And then his buddy calls him to come back into racing. So it's like old Brad Pitt. He shows up to be like one of the two drivers with another young guy opposite him to finish out like the Formula One circuit for a specific team for that year. And it's about that dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's just really, really well shot. Very intense.
Pure cinematography and music in this
it's
movie.
It's the same
for sure.
Same director as Top Gun Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
So the action sequences have a lot of the same feel as a lot of the flight sequences in Maverick.
Yep. I was really impressed with this movie. I didn't have high expectations.
I think they just like the storytelling also it does a really good job of subverting your expectation of what is going to happen. Like in a lot of racing stories or, like competitive, whatever you want to call it, gaming or skateboard, like you always know the protagonist is going to win. Yeah. But in this one, it was like, didn't know how the outcome was going to happen. And you get this picture in your head, like halfway through the movie, you're like, all right, this is what's going to happen. And then it just like completely folds in on itself. And you're like, oh, that ending is so much better. Like that's good.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
It's a great big screen movie.
I think so. Yeah, if you're gonna watch it somewhere, it's definitely on a big screen. Also in movie world, Caleb's Cultural Appropriation Night, which has taken off for the past. Wait, what? What was that again? Sorry.
Appreciation.
Alex, what did he call it?
I didn't think twice when you said what you said a second ago.
Okay, I thought so. All right.
It's just the way it is now in my mind.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's just what it is. We watched a new movie this past, what was that, 2 weeks ago, I think?
Yeah.
That I still don't know how to pronounce or spell.
I'm still not 100% sure how to pronounce it. The internet seems pretty split when I've been looking. It's either Capernaum or Capernaum or Capernaum. One of those.
Or Capernaum.
Yeah, that's also one.
That's what I would go.
It tells the story of a 12-year-old Syrian refugee living in the slums of Beirut, and about his very rough life, and about how he goes to jail for a crime for I think he's in jail for 5 years is the how long he's supposed to be there. And at some point during that, he decides to sue his parents for giving him life, essentially. And it's all about this story of him growing up with his too many siblings in the slums of Beirut. And man, after we finished it, first of all, phenomenal movie. After we finished it, Alex was looking up some of like the casting and stuff. The main character, this 12-year-old kid, is a real-life Syrian refugee who lived in the slums of Beirut. And they just casted him in the movie, and he's extraordinary. It's insane.
Like all around, some of the craziest performances I've seen from children.
Yeah, it was
in
nuts.
A movie.
Absolutely nuts. He was so good.
So it's insane.
The whole story is just like really impactful too.
Yep. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I don't want to say much more about it just because I don't want to spoil anything potentially. Not that there's a ton to spoil in it, but
yeah, it's just like him living his life, man, and it's rough.
It's chaos. It's chaos.
He's so, I don't want to say positive. He's such a good kid.
He's so resourceful.
So
Positive-
resourceful, so
smart.
Positive is certainly not
caring.
not the
Yeah.
adverb I would use.
Yeah.
Or adjective, I mean. Yeah, man. That story was very heart-wrenching for sure.
Yeah.
But really good, really interesting. I feel like, man, the movies we have watched, we especially recently in Caleb's cultural appropriation
Appreciation.
watching, have just been heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Caleb
Oh.
always go for the tear jerkers.
Not always.
Not
Not
always.
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 Caleb, aren't you one who picked Wild Tales?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Frickin'
dude. Not a
Wild
tearjerker at
Tales,
all,
dude.
but
That one's funny.
Oh God, it was
It's
so good. I just sometimes I think about it when I'm in the car and I'm like, man, if I ran off this bridge, I would just get in a fight with the person next to me. That's what I would think.
I've been thinking about Capernaum for
What's
the past 2 weeks straight. I just can't get it out of my head. It's so good.
Yeah.
what's the name of the horror one you made us watch? With
Just the
I
devil
saw
in
the
the
devil.
I saw the devil. Yeah.
man dismembering a
A lot
pregnant
of
woman.
gore.
I need
Lot
to
of
ask.
gore.
I need to ask, Jake, were you as lost as me with that car comment?
Yeah.
That was There's a
It's-
scene in Wild
Yeah.
Tales.
It's like you know is it called car karate? Where they actually fight in a car?
It's something like
I
that.
don't. Is that
Yeah.
Car
Is there a word for
something?
that?
Is it
No,
Karjutsu?
There is a sport where two
Yeah,
people
yeah.
fight
Sport.
in a
Oh
car.
yeah.
When you
It-
say
I
two
know
people, are they in the
It's-
same car?
They're in the
It's
same
like
car.
car
They're,
judo.
they're car judo or something. I don't know. They're buckled in. The buzzer goes off, and then they fight until
They
one of them
they
submits.
unbuckle and start freaking just going
It's-
at it, trying to pin each other. It's like wrestling in the car.
Dude, it is insane.
It's like real
I-
competition. It's
I don't get it. But
Arjutsu.
during Wild Tales, one of the episodes essentially has two guys fighting like this in a car, but they are not. It is not for competition. It's just a wild tale. I mean, it's such a funny story, weird story.
All right, man.
Yeah, dude.
This is a great
Cool.
video.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie.
Jake, you guys
You should
should
watch
watch
it.
that if you haven't seen it.
It is. I mean, it's Argentinian, right?
Yep, it's
Mhm.
Argentinian.
Well, I guess I
Okay.
didn't say, but Capernaum is Lebanese. If that wasn't.
I love it. There's like shoutcasting over this.
Yeah.
Like,
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Like, were they so good at hard jujitsu that they were able to become the narrators? Is that how that works?
I think they just grabbed someone off the street and they were like, "Hey, you want to make $20?"
Yeah. Our first Lebanese movie, right?
Yeah.
Got
Yep.
a new country on the map.
New country.
Yep. And Janae guessed Lebanese just looking at
first
the food.
guest.
First guess.
Pretty impressive.
Lebanon.
That's crazy.
Pretty impressive.
Insane.
Last but not least in film, we should definitely talk about the thing that is infecting all of the algorithms for anything everybody's watching on either Instagram stories or
Oh, is it affecting
TikTok.
yours?
Oh my God, dude. It's just people watching people sing, like the main group sing in this movie. That's it. That's
right.
all it is. It's reactions.
So Netflix came out with K-pop Demon Hunters, which you hear that title and you're like, this has got to be the most ridiculous, stupid, crappy movie that I'm
be
ever
good.
going to sit down to watch. It's worked so well. It's such a good movie. I don't understand it. Like, it's musical. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you don't like musicals, you're not going to like this. But like, man, it's just so good. The animations are really well done. I think the storyline at some story beats is a little rushed, but like it's got a good message behind it. It's got like just good songs. It's good.
It's
It also
K-pop
seems like-
musical.
It's a K-pop musical.
That's
It also-
weird.
It seems like just based on the scenes that I've seen that the character portrayal is also like super precise, like exactly what you would imagine from like a K-pop boy band.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's another. There's the K-pop girl band, and then there's the
Yeah,
K-pop
yeah.
boy band. So there's
Mhm.
both of them,
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
and then of course they get into the competition with each other, trying to fight over fans. So
Of course.
it's good. It's good stuff.
Man, all right. That means I need to watch it, I guess.
You should ask me about it.
You're the K-pop expert, Aaron.
I am. Turns out. All right, you know what it's time for?
Ooh.
WHYBPL.
WHYBPL.
Oh,
WHYBPL.
WHYBPL.
Oh yeah, the thing we do. Group. This still has Elden Ring Nightreign. Are we talking about this again? I feel like we've been talking about this for the past 6 weeks. Okay, all right.
We do.
I-
This is our
went
first
to-
time
Did we talk about the
podcasting.
Everdarks?
We did.
Yeah,
I don't
talked
think
about
so.
last
Did we?
podcast. Yeah, the first one that was released, right? The
Oh.
Everdarks are like the bosses with the third phase.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have they released
Yeah.
more since then?
Yep.
They have 2 of them.
Mhm.
They released the quote unquote first set, I guess.
Yeah.
This-
They have another set of 4 coming in. I don't think they said
So
specifically when it's coming.
future.
But
With
it's
their
actually
ones-
been around a
uh-huh.
month or so.
This not live service game has
Yeah.
additional updates. Got
Yeah.
it.
Why,
Got
why
it.
wouldn't
They're
you
being
make this a
weird about
service game though? Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's easy money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a weird choice. It feels like it's made to be kind of live servicing, at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I guess there's no incentive for them to make it live service because
That's
nobody's
true.
buying anything. There's no
Yeah, but you get more
microtransactions
people
in
to
it at
pay
all.
if there's
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
content that gets
You
released.
will get more people,
and
I
then,
guess.
and then
but-
FOMO content. Now they're thinking
They gotta throw microtracks and transactions in it, dude. That's obvious.
Yeah,
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, dude.
skins. Just put skins in it. Easy.
Yeah.
Done.
there are skins in it.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
ones that
You
you,
don't
can
even have to
purchase
pay for 'em.
with
Yeah.
cold hard cash. You gotta
Yeah.
Cold
you gotta
hard
grind in
cash.
the real world to grind
I
in the
need-
game.
I paid $30 so I can look like the Blue Witch from Elden Ring when I'm playing.
Amen.
I mean, like actually though, I mean I do enjoy though that there are cosmetics that you can just earn in game. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. It's
Yeah.
pretty novel this day and age.
Dude, just put Ronnie in a bikini.
Yeah.
Make it like
I mean-
$60.
It's sold.
The fact that it's
I liked that they unlocked more, like once
Oh,
you
yeah.
do stuff later.
yeah.
Mhm. There's more cosmetics to unlock that are hidden. You can't even see them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool.
Speaking of, okay. This is a slight spoiler for a skin that's in the game. Caleb already knows what I'm about to complain about.
Probably.
The Recluse, right? She's the wizard character.
Yeah.
She has a skin that is the Emerald Herald from Dark Souls 2. She's like the Firekeeper character. Why in the fuck does the Recluse get that when you have a Firekeeper character? The Duchess is the Firekeeper character.
Yeah.
Give her the Firekeeper skin. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely don't understand why she got it. It doesn't even look like her. The character doesn't even wear a hat. What are we doing?
Gotta give them
That's
a
so
break.
funny,
It's their
man.
first time making a game.
On the
So mad.
topic of Duchess cosmetics, I thought for sure they would let you play as like the original version before she becomes a character at some point with like her hood
Oh,
and
like when
stuff.
she's got the
The
sure.
robe.
Yeah, no, that's not there.
Nope,
Her,
she just
her
gets
skins are the
Emerald Herald.
worst in the game.
Yeah, which is
By far.
weird. Like, there's a character who I feel like her design is based off called Big Hat Logan from Dark Souls 1. Where's my Big Hat Logan skin? What are we doing? Why's Emerald Herald skin?
They also picked like one of the worst Dark Souls 1 bosses to have in this game, the Centipede.
Yeah,
Centipede Demon?
Centipede Demon. Weird
Terrible.
choice.
So
Where's
boring.
Ornstein
Okay, I
and
was about to
Smoke?
say why
Yeah,
are they bad because I was about to
Ornstein
say,
and
he appears and you just hit him until he dies, right?
Yeah, he's really boring.
Yeah. It's like half the time we finish him, and I'm like, I don't think he hit me.
Yeah, I don't think
I
he
think
does
we
attacks.
just stun
I think-
locked him. He just sucks. I don't
That's the one you
man.
break off the.
yeah, you break off the
Yeah.
pieces.
Mhm.
That's like the one interesting thing he has, and it just happens as you murder him because
Yeah.
he
Okay,
sucks.
there was one time where we broke off something on him, and then he dropped an item because of it, and we have tried to
Yeah.
replicate that and cannot.
We were so
Huh.
confused. One of the broken pieces after we killed it dropped a blue item.
We've tried breaking them both off together and killing them together. We've been tried to like break off, and like not kill him and just keep breaking stuff off.
Just
nothing,
random,
Nothing
maybe.
drops
Yeah,
it.
just random. That's interesting because something Dark Souls 1 really liked to do. If you cut the tail off an enemy, you almost always got a unique item based on the tail,
Oh,
based on the boss.
interesting.
So like you would chop off a dragon's tail. It was almost always a dragon, and then you would get like a dragon weapon. So it'd be cool if that was consistent at all and not just something that seems to happen randomly.
It's like sometimes it spawns a second boss, and I still don't know why.
Yeah.
That one does seem completely random.
The weirdest thing, Kim, do you remember we were playing and it came up and it was like, Ooh, be careful of the extra boss that's
The
definitely
night
gonna spawn.
hordes multiply, it says, I
Yes,
think.
that is what it said. And I was like, this must be it. This has to be it. Nope.
No
One
second
boss.
boss.
Nope.
Yep.
I was ready for it because I remember it happened. I was like, yep, this must be it. It must tell you at the start and you just forgot it. Nope.
I almost think that's like the beauty of this, though, because if you did figure
Sure.
everything out and you just knew how to do it,
Yeah. Some of the magic would be lost.
yeah.
I also feel like that
For
really
sure.
ties into just. I mean, I've only played a little bit of this, even though I have half the achievements. I feel like it does tie into that like trying to figure things out, Dark Souls
Sure.
experience that they've captured in this game. I think we talked about this 2 weeks ago too. That somehow they've managed to take that formula and put it into a game like this, which almost has no business being in. Doesn't really make any sense, but for some reason it works. It fits, and people are still discovering things like, oh, I didn't know this happened. This subset of mechanics or things that I have to do in a specific order, and all of a sudden, oh no, I got something new going on. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
In this game, there's an item. It's a gold consumable item. It's called like Cord End or something, I think. Apparently, it has a 0.035% chance of spawning in a church at the start of a run,
Okay.
which is one in 900 some odd runs. I think is the chance of
What does
getting
it do?
It opens a hidden door in the big gulch in the center, and inside are three. What are they called? I forget what they're called, but they're the item that prevents rune loss on death. That's it.
Oh.
That's all
Three
it
of those
does.
drop.
That's
Huh?
all it does, huh?
Yep. They prevent rune loss on death once.
That's not that useful.
It's
Nope.
not that useful.
I thought the item I picked up the other day was hilarious, where I drank it and I exploded.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
yeah. Classic.
Why is that in the game?
Why not, man?
It is funny.
Here you go.
I thought it was going to explode outward and injure somebody around me, so I drank it next to an enemy.
Got him.
It just killed me.
I only have
God,
like
good.
2 achievements I need to finish. One of them I can just do. I just have to go do at some point. I know what it is. The other one is like do the sentient pest raid or whatever. And I'm like, I've played like 50 hours. I apparently haven't done that. I don't know how that. It's just a random thing that happens.
Yeah.
I looked up the way to spawn it.
You can force it.
Yeah, it only
Okay.
happens on specific expeditions, and if you look at the map and you get a specific orientation of camps, you can know that it's going to spawn that run.
Oh wow! So you have to like fish for the seed.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh.
I think it can happen on multiple, but I know there's one that's easy to get it on.
I'll have to look that up then to finish that off. I guess.
Good game.
Jake Page and I have had it like a bazillion times.
So
It's true. It
weird.
happens constantly. It's actually really annoying.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man,
Gil-
what was it?
Oh,
It was
sorry,
the
go ahead.
auger one. Sorry, I'm just reminiscing.
one.
The auger one of our teammates got teleported. So the auger one, right? It spawns like a bubble and it traps you in there and you gotta fight it. And it spawned as the circle was closing. So our other teammate got hit with something, teleported outside the ring and trapped in a bubble with a boss
Yeah.
as the ring closed in on her.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah, she died. That was me. That honestly just
Checks
mean.
out. That is just mean.
The whole reason I still want to talk about Nightreign, the other 2 Everdark bosses, I think they're really cool.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the latest one is really cool design.
The latest
I love
one is the
design.
easiest of the 3, but also one of the coolest boss fights in the game, I think.
I would agree.
Oh my god, dude. You know what I'm not looking forward to? Auger. Augmented. I
Okay,
fucking
but
hate
like,
that
what
boss.
if they make it really cool though? 'Cause,
They
like,
won't. Auger sucks. Maybe they'll just skip him.
They're not. He's on the list for
Yeah,
next.
he's
I
on the
think.
list.
2 augers.
He's just like any boss that whose main thing is, oh well, he flies around. Hate it. Don't like that.
He's so
Let me hit
easy
him.
though.
3 iron eyes, that's all you.
I mean,
The second
basically.
dude- What's his name? Dark Drift Knight. So
Yeah.
hard for us at
Yes.
least. Man,
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of trouble.
Yeah. We
that's
did
probably
have a
the
lot of
hardest
trouble.
boss that we've done.
I think he's also the least interesting of the Everdark Sovereigns so far too.
I
Wasn't there a
guess, yeah.
post He said that gaping
Oh,
was
yeah.
harder than him.
Yeah,
No way.
which I think is crazy.
I don't understand.
His nuke arrow is nuts.
I feel so. I played Iron Eye pretty much every single time because I feel like it's just the easiest to try to get these Everdark bosses because he's a broken character.
Yeah, it's really good.
I felt like
Yeah.
on fighting the Centaur, I almost had to not go for the X mark. Because if I did, I get too close and I get hit.
Yeah.
But if I was far enough away, like I'm chilling. Also, another thing that I kept doing that I was just stupid about was I kept trying to go for lightning weapons on Iron Eye, and that's like almost impossible. Like there's just no lightning weapon drops for him. So I just gave up doing that. Went back to using the relic where you switch your weapons and it puts coat on it, and then also damage boosts you. We one-shot it after we did that. I did that. Like,
Of course.
That man's just spamming out the whole time, though.
Yeah.
That was a tough
frick
fight.
is Sanic, dude.
Let's just real quick talk about why does lightning and holy look identical?
I know.
It's the stupidest
so
icon
dumb.
choice I've ever seen.
It's so bad.
I think beyond that, there's colors in that game that just
Bad
Why?
colors.
why.
Especially, so like when I'm playing...
I get Owen's
Witch.
argument now.
When I'm playing the Witch, there's a lot of times where I'm using elements and I think it's either holy or lightning and it's the other one the whole time. And it's like...
Yeah.
Is the worst for her.
I'll activate a spell and it's like, oh, that's not what I expected it to be. That's a completely different
Listen,
spell.
you got
And the icon's
Oh,
so
look.
small on your screen.
you gotta look. Holy's a little darker.
It just, I don't, make it look.
And lightning
You don't
is
have both of them visible at the same time. You're just out of luck.
Just make
Holy's
the-
like more of a gold, while lightning's more of like a yellow white. Okay.
just like
Okay.
genuinely,
very
just
easy
like
to tell.
make holy a cross or like something. You know what I mean? Like anything.
Well, here's the thing that frustrates me. If I die and the tree's up, the tree and my soul's identical on the compass.
Yeah. Yep.
Unfortunate.
Phenomenal game. It's got some issues. Phenomenal game.
Caleb, what have you been playing?
Well, last time I talked about playing the Lies of P DLC Overture. I have now finished that. It is really, really, really good.
Oh,
Yeah, as far as DLC goes for Souls-like games, it is up there with the Bloodborne DLC, which is the name I can't think of right now. Lost Hunters? That's not right. Something Hunters.
Old Hunters?
Old Hunters, thank you. It is up there. It is really, really
Wow.
good. It is really strongly themed in most of its areas. Really cool bosses. I'm not that big on the final boss. What are you gonna do? It's a Dark Souls game.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the
Dark Souls
case
like
for the
it.
base game too, right? Not
Yeah,
that big on the final boss.
that's true.
Do you find new weapons that you actually used?
Yes, I
Yeah.
found a weapon that I liked better than the Dragon Twin Blade somehow,
Hmm.
and I ended up using that for most of the run. I tried out a
That's
couple
dope.
different ones, but they really didn't do it for me.
Is
They're
it
quite a few.
harder than base game?
Probably a little bit.
Close to the same.
I didn't have like a lot of difficulty with it. There were some difficult bosses.
Of
course he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ace capital G, dude.
Well, you gotta remember, he swithed it to easy mode.
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah, because they added...
No,
They
I
added
didn't.
difficulties.
I didn't. I played on Legendary Stalker. Come on, get out of here.
Legendary Stalker.
Yeah. But yeah, really, really good. Highly recommend playing it. Chad owns it, so.
Okay, yeah.
The other game I've been playing is Death Stranding.
I am
which
dying to hear what you think about this.
Yeah. I picked it up because everybody's been raving about it too. So I wanted to see what it was all about. So I played the first one. I had quite a bit of fun with it. The kind of just loop of delivering stuff was surprisingly enjoyable. I probably spent a few hours just doing random deliveries for the heck of it because I was having fun with it.
Wow.
What?
Is that like you're watching a movie on a side screen while walking
No.
across the desolate? You just
Mostly
did it.
I wasn't walking when I was doing that. You know,
You're, like,
I had
locked
vehicles,
in.
and I was building roads so I could make it faster. You know, that
Okay.
kind of thing.
You're locked in delivering packages.
Yeah. Yep.
You ever thought about being like a Amazon or UPS driver or
Nope.
anything? Like, okay, all right,
Nope.
just checking.
I don't want to actually drive for that long.
Got
Does
it.
it have really long cutscenes?
It has a couple really long
I mean,
cutscenes.
it's Kojima.
Yeah, there's a couple really long ones.
We had looked that up at one point. I think didn't we say it's like 17% of the total game is cutscenes?
Yeah, yeah.
which
For
is
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which was like 6 hours out of the 30,
Yep.
30 some odd.
All right.
really nothing compared to what was it, Metal Gear Solid
4,
4?
which I
Which
think
is
was
like
more than 40% cutscene.
I will believe that.
The story in that game is it's not
Really?
anything particularly special. It's pretty weird, but
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't do anything particularly amazing, I don't think. Some of the characters are interesting and have some cool stuff going on. Overall, it was just pretty good. Wouldn't have made my Game of the Year list the year it came out, for sure.
Okay. All
Is it-
right.
Are you gonna go get the second one now because you
I
played
have
this?
picked up the second one,
Okay.
so if you guys want to borrow my PlayStation to play it, or my account, you can do so.
Wait, did
I'll
you get
borrow
your
it and I'll
PlayStation
just-
back from Aaron?
I
Yeah,
did.
sitting here.
I did.
Wow.
I haven't
still
played
don't know
much
work.
of 2 so far. It seems a lot less
Strand-like.
tedious, I guess, maybe.
Hmm.
They've removed a bunch of the tedious bits of delivering stuff from 2 that they had in 1 and made it just kind of easier. There's still some tedious bits for sure. Like there's a resource, a specific resource that is negative weight when you carry it, but
Like helium.
they just give it to you in like delivery locations, and you have to go into the menu and pull it out of the delivery location and put it on your body. Why? It's negative weight, guys. Just put it on me. I don't know what we're doing here.
I feel like the most important question is, do you spend all of your time on the beach?
I've spent
obviously.
very little time on the beach. I spent more time on the beach in the first game than I have spent in the second game. so far.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't
So
like this
false
then.
False
advertising.
advertising.
totally.
Yeah. They do talk about the beach a lot in the first game, and they have barely mentioned it in the second game so far.
And yet, subtitle.
What
Okay,
I'm kind of curious about, if you take a game like Death Stranding and you remove the tedious bits, what's left?
I guess the story's going to be what's left. Delivering is there's still some fun parts to delivering.
Okay.
So far.
Allegedly.
I don't know if they make it so easy that it's pointless at some
If you
point.
asked
They
me
haven't
to
yet.
describe the most tedious part of most games, it would be the part where you deliver stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Fetch quests.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Escort
like,
quests. There are escort quests in Death Stranding 1. Did you know that?
Is it?
Jesus Christ,
You carry the people on your back and you deliver them.
Are these games are they just basically walking simulators with extra steps?
with
Yep.
extra steps. Good one.
Yep.
Okay.
With steps that extra steps that add gameplay elements, I would say.
I like an occasional walking simulator, so I don't know.
I will
Usually
say
they're
about
short,
2.
though, is a thing.
That's true. I will say about 2. The cutscenes have been a lot shorter in 2 so far.
Hmm.
There's one point where I was talking to one of the main guys from Death Stranding 1 in Death Stranding 2, and he was like talking to me, and then he was like, "Oh, hold on." He was like explaining something really important. He's like, "Hang on, I need to go take a shower." And so he goes and takes a shower, and then there's immediately a boss fight outside that you have to go do. And then you come back, and he like immediately starts in on the conversation from where he left off.
That's
I love that.
Wild.
stupid.
We had this boss. What do we do with it? No,
I
shove it
don't
in the
know.
middles.
I feel like somebody was
gotta
like-
take a fucking shower.
Somebody had to have been like, "Kojima, you can't have 20-minute long cutscenes." And he was like, just throw a boss in the middle of it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So
That's
insane.
so
He
funny.
has to shower
Yeah.
really bad right now.
Oh, something I'll recommend if you are going to try the first game. I recommend playing most of it on the really hard difficulty, but when you start a boss fight, just change it to really easy, because they get really annoying and are bullet
Wow.
spongy.
Oh, I don't
But
like
they're
bullet
good on
spongy.
really easy.
Here's something I'm kind of curious about with this game. It always seemed like if I was going to play this game, it would be sort of how Alex described it, right? I'm playing Death Stranding, and on the second monitor, I'm watching A-Pop Dracula Slayers or whatever it was called.
The
Yeah.
problem is you'll run into people talking at you from this angle and people talking at you from this
That
angle.
that is what always concerned me. I know Hideo Kojima, he's gonna have a lot of fucking dialogue,
Mhm.
but I need to I guess I don't need to pay
Like
attention
during
to
the
it.
delivery parts, though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like,
There are
it's
people
not.
constantly calling you up.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
So like, it's
They're
not
really-
good for that, right?
Nah, not
Surely.
really.
okay.
I got really annoyed with it in the first game at one point because I was driving my trike. I had a big old delivery ready. I was almost there, and somebody called me, and he like stops the trike, pulls it up on his thing, and he just listens to him talk for 4 minutes.
Fucking
And
Christ.
then he puts it down and goes on. I'm like, just let me drive while you're telling me that.
It's a podcast. That's wild.
Let's move on to Jake. I have this on mine too, but I kind of want to hear your take about Claire Obscure and how much you've played
man.
so far.
So I am very close to the end of Act 2.
That's where I feel like I'm at. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I love this game. I feel like we've talked about this game a lot. The thing that has really been striking me recently is just like the sheer build variety of every character. It's nuts, dude. Like, I started the game and I'm like, I look at like Lune, right? And I'm like, okay, she's got all these elements, but like fire's probably the best one. So I'm just gonna do fire. But then you go a little bit, and then you get a weapon, and it's like, oh, well, this completely changes how I could play that character. Like, I could do, this could be a really good, like, ice build. I hate the ice spells, but this weapon makes ice spells insane.
Yeah, you could get even like a Picto that gives you like a ton of crit chance, and you're like, oh man, now I have a full electricity build instantly.
Yeah, I could rearrange this, and I could do that over there. Like I was talking to Caleb, CL is probably my favorite character. I feel like you can play her so many different ways, and she's so interesting. CL. Caleb was like, oh, yeah, she has like this really good support build. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Yeah, because if you take this upper path, she does a bunch of damage, and then that lets her heal based on the number of hits she does. Meanwhile, I'm doing a build, for a long time I was doing a build on her where I couldn't heal her. Like literally, I had a combination of things where she was immune to healing, but she did like insane damage.
That basically kind of couldn't heal her. Got it. I thought you were about to say inverse, and then like you're just killing your characters on accident.
No, I mean
I've done that many times.
Basically, I had a weapon that had a really good effect on her, but it doubled the damage that she would take.
Yeah.
So I assigned a Picto that would cut the damage she took in half, but she couldn't heal anymore. So I put on a bunch of stuff that took advantage of the fact that she couldn't heal. So, like, she couldn't heal and she did more damage. She couldn't heal and she was faster, and then she was inverted, and while she was inverted, she did more damage. So I just stacked all this damage on her, but she couldn't heal. And now I have a new build on her, where her damage is hugely buffed, but she gets a debuff on her that will kill her in 3 turns at the start of the fight.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, that's so cool. That's wild. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you guys immediately max out any Picto you find? Do you instantly equip it and
instantly
get it
so that I have access to all of them?
Yeah. There's even one that kills you when you start the fight. I started with that one immediately. Put it on Luna. She was just not in the next 4 fights, but she unlocked it.
I love that. That's so fun. Because then you could do a death build because there are a bunch of buffs that apply only when you die.
Yep. 3 other characters.
That's awesome. I love that.
Does it apply to your other team, or is it just the characters you're standing beside?
It's just them. Just they die.
No, he's asking if the buff applies to the remaining 2 characters or also the rest of the expedition.
Yeah, so most of the ones are like, on death, deal a bunch of fire damage to enemies. On death, apply shield or shell maybe to all of your allies.
You build your first 3 characters as nukes, and then you get your next 2 characters in as the actual fighters.
You could have your actual 3 characters, only bring 2. They both explode instantly, and then you send in your real team.
Main team's there.
Yep.
I love that. I have a character, I'm not going to say who it is because of spoilers. I don't like them at all. I never want to use them. They're just sitting around. I could just turn them into a nuke. Oh my god. Do you see what I mean? This game's crazy.
I will say, I think there is a bit, like, my only complaint about the level of customization is it is a bit daunting. Like, to try and figure out, all right, what Pictos do I have to equip on this character? There's a lot of layers, and trying to figure out what the best combination is. I've gotten to the point where I'm kind of like, all right, I kind of basically know what I want. I just want more AP to start. I want to do extra damage. I want chance of burn on crit or on shots. And like I kind of equip those basic things because I know it will work with the play style of the characters that I have set up, how their abilities are set up. But I don't spend a lot of time like fine tuning what the Pictos are because it's just there's too many. It's just so overwhelming.
You get more slots constantly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I will say I think it starts slow enough. But you're right, it very quickly does kind of spiral.
Man, it escalates.
Not out of control, because I think it is still manageable, but it does get very daunting very fast.
Yeah,
for sure.
If you want to, like, entirely rebuild a character, it is a little... Yeah,
it's like 15 minutes just to, like, figure out what you want equipped.
Yeah.
All right, I do have a question. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not even as far as you guys, and I already several times have been like, I really wish there's, like, loadouts.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Loadouts would be so nice.
I'm going to ask this question like I'm from Caleb's perspective. Is this game hard for you guys?
No. There are fights that have been tough, but generally I have not had trouble. I'm playing on normal difficulty. I didn't put it on. I think there's a hard difficulty. I don't think I put it on hard difficulty. I'm sure I didn't.
I don't even know what difficulty I'm on, but I cannot even tell you the last time I lost a fight. I don't even.
Oh man!
Like I don't think I've lost a fight in Act 2.
Maybe I suck where you're not playing on the hardest difficulty because I've definitely lost fights repeatedly.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I maybe just need to up difficulty then. I must be on a low difficulty or something. Because I'm like, this game feels...
I launched that game and I maxed out the difficulty and I fought the first mime or whatever. And I lost repeatedly to that guy like, in the town.
I did
learn the game from that. Learned the game from fighting my L, and then I was like, this is tough.
Isn't like the main difference just the parry and dodge window?
Yeah, I think so.
It's really tight on the hardest difficulty.
I also feel like I just get one shot by everything all the time.
I guess that would...
Like I have to dodge and parry almost perfectly or else I'm going to lose the fight. Or I have to res, and then when I'm resing, parry and dodge everything until I can get back to my rotation of characters.
At one point, I was running a build where all of my characters had a bunch of shield and got more shield if they got damaged. So they could survive. Oh, wow. Like, straight up, they could survive
that sounds cool.
8 hits without dying. Cool. And it was a pretty good build. I didn't really have a lot of trouble with that one for a long time. Act 3, I did end up having trouble again.
Okay.
Don't you worry. There is a boss, at least one, that will definitely challenge you.
All right. I'm excited. I like that. That sounds really stupid to say that, but I'm kind of like, I want a bit more of a challenge. Maybe I just need up difficulty. I need to look and see what it's actually set on because it just doesn't seem like it's like I fought. This is not a spoiler. I fought 2 big Nevrons. First try, no problem, easy peasy. Like it was nothing. I don't even think I had a single person go down.
So the Axons?
Yes, I wasn't going to say Axon, but now that you've said it,
I thought Axon's really a spoiler.
Okay,
I die a lot.
All right, I'm up in my difficulty.
At least one of the Axons is kind of a pushover.
Okay, all right, good to know. And all of the what are they called? I want to say colorless. It's the chromatic. Thank you. Chromatic. The chromatic guys. Also, I don't know. I'm gonna check my difficulty. That's what it is. Done. Thank you.
You killing the chromatic guys first try?
First try. Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It clearly is just difficulty setting. If you guys are dying,
chromatics smack the crap out of me.
I mean, yeah. If I get hit like once or twice on a character, I'm probably dead because they hit really hard. But
I think those
chromatics
those
one
bosses,
tap every one of my characters.
Yeah, I think those bosses seem built to be you have to dodge or parry everything. Most of the time, there's like a little bit of leeway.
A lot of them also do feel a little bit like, hey, maybe come back later to this one. At least early on, right?
That's true. That's true.
I definitely have walked into a fight, started, and gone, oh, okay, this is a to-do later type of boss.
Okay, so the way I've been approaching the game is I get to the point where I feel like the next thing I do is going to take me to a different like chapter or something in the game, and then I will go back and do all of the things I have not done. So I'm following main storyline and then following up on all the secondary stuff. So I wonder if I've just past the point at which I should be fighting some of these combats, and that's why they're feeling easier.
I mean, you very, very possible you could have just be over leveled, right?
Yeah.
Like it is a JRPG,
right?
Oh, one recommendation I do have for Act 3. So I did all of the side content before finishing the game, and I don't think that's a great plan because it removes a little bit of the impact of the end of the game, the difficulty in it, which I think is not ideal. So I might recommend just doing a little bit of side stuff and then going to the end of the game and then coming back and do the side stuff, because it drops you right back in, so you can do everything again.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Overall, though, this is the story of the year so far. Like the storytelling is absolutely phenomenal.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance this is going to be a game of the year. I think it's going to need something like, I think Silksong's going to need to come out. I think that's the level we're at. Like, Silksong's going to need to come out, or Hades is going to have to come out early access.
Or Ghost of Yotei is just going to have to freaking slap.
It's really going to have to up its game. Like, I love Ghost of Tsushima, but this is way better.
Yeah, I mentioned last podcast they were thinking Hades 2 had a possibility coming out this year, and in that time they said that they released their last early access update.
I saw that.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's actually very possible that it's going to come out, because I know Hades 1 did the same thing, like, I think a few months ahead of their full release.
Okay. All right. And I was also going to say, who would have thought that you could play a game where the music is just so like flowy and calm and have these absolutely insane combat, and it works together. I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand. It meshes so well. It's the French. That's what it is.
Yeah, the French know what they're doing.
More games need to not be afraid to have vocals in their background music.
Yes. This and Metaphor Refantasia.
Yep. Nier Automata was also big into vocals in your games. Phenomenal soundtrack.
Great game. Chad, what have you been playing?
All right, well, Destiny, obviously, and I found one more piece of information that I must reveal because I find this hilarious.
Listening.
The raid has been announced. The name has actually come out, which is the Desert Perpetual. And so one of the first posts that I saw was, looking for 2 more fresh DP. Know what to
do. Wow.
I feel like they should have known.
Yeah.
They should have known.
Also, why not the Perpetual Desert? That just sounds better.
No, because that's too normal sounding. It has to be mysterious.
Yeah, it's got to be a bit mysterious.
Have you not seen all of the weird tweets that are coming out?
Yeah.
People thinking there's going to be a new subclass when it's probably just going to be Arc, Solar, and Void taming the dark matter.
Yeah, I feel like that was poorly worded. People explaining that, it makes sense now.
Yeah,
but they said like 3 classes to balance the dark, and everybody instantly went, "What? They're dark subclass?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, we mean like there's 3 light subclasses that balance out the dark side."
So
I just assumed they meant like Titan Hunter Warlock to balance out the darkness.
True. It also says for the next one, because they're counting. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 is obviously next. 4 slain guardians under an eclipsed sun. So people are like, oh, a dungeon with 4 players? Yeah, okay.
Gosh. Yeah.
First of all, we're getting a raid. And if the raid somehow becomes 4-player raid, that'd be interesting.
Do you think?
People would be very upset.
People would be. Yeah, you think they're upset now? You think they're upset about normal mode released
you get
after
the raid
World's
day,
First?
you're sitting with 6 players in your lobby and you can't launch. And you're like, why? It's the first puzzle.
I think Desert Perpetual is like a metaphor for Lollapalooza. It's like empty and nothing.
Got him.
Perpetual desert.
Could be.
All right, speaking of Twitter and weird releases, I played a little bit of Guild Wars 2. Genthier Wilds has come out like a while ago, and I haven't really touched it. But I started touching it a little bit just because they started releasing these weird graphics that look like elite specializations that are coming out, and it looks like they're hecka nostalgia baiting from Guild Wars 1, but like nobody really knows what anything is. It's literally just a pink and purplish background with like a hex and then an image. And it's just kind of, it looks like an elite specialization, but all it says is 10 more days or, 8 more days. They're counting down to the 15th. 15th, they're going to drop a live stream and kind of announce everything. So got interested in that.
You're going to have time to watch that live stream on the 15th when you're going to be playing the Edge of Fate campaign, Legendary campaign?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I just
I have
making sure.
3 characters to play through to get the exotics at the end to see which one I'm going to run in the day 1 raid. Okay,
That's true. That's true.
Well.
Elite specializations are basically subclasses for that game, and
Hmm.
a lot of them seem to be lining up with old classes from Guild Wars 1 that is like stuff that I was into back in the day. So
you're pumped.
I kind of, but it's still Guild Wars 2, so I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I am interested to see what they do.
Yeah. So is that everything for Guild Wars 2 for you?
Yes, sir.
All right, Alex. What
Yes,
weird
sir.
games? What weird, inexpensive games? Because I feel like that's been your theme lately. Like, I bought some cheap, weird games, and I've been playing them.
Yeah, and then summer sale happened, and I bought a bunch of stuff. But one of the things I've been playing is Frog Monster. This is a solo dev endeavor. It is a first person shooter Metroidvania.
Is this the developer of Penguin Heist?
No,
Same dev? No? Okay, just checking.
you're like a frog. You're like a big frog.
Yeah, I know. He just
got a
he's
gun.
like, I want to do a different animal from the animal
Oh,
kingdom.
yeah.
You know? Go from penguins to frogs.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a FPS Metroidvania, which there are very few of. You got like Metroid Prime.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what?
Superland.
Superland. Yeah, that's the other one I was seeing.
So that's not a first-person shooter, though, is it?
It is.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And they describe there's like 30 plus bosses in the game. They describe them as like Souls-like, quote unquote. I don't know how Souls-like they can really be. It's a first-person shooter, but it's like big bosses that you have to learn the patterns of. Basically, I guess is the Souls-like part. The first few hours are very linear, like extremely linear. Like you can only go one way, but then it opens up, and I've been really enjoying it so far. It's controls really well. You start getting some movement stuff. The weapons are fun. One of the core mechanics is it has like the Hollow Knight charm system with like you only have so many slots and you gotta equip different things. Except for instead of charms, they're bugs, and the way you get them is like they're just bugs in the world, and you right click to stick your tongue out, and if you catch a bug and it's a new charm, basically.
That's fun.
And then
Interesting.
a layer on top of that, if it's something you've already caught, they all have passive effects that just trigger immediately when you catch them. So like sometimes there's one that you can catch that'll give you infinite dashes for a few seconds, or there's one that like drastically speeds up your reload and stuff like that. There's a couple that just heal you.
Are they in boss arenas?
They are, yeah.
Nice.
And then the other core mechanic is you have spell slots that you can use. Not spell slots like an RPG. I should not say it like that. There's 3 slots that you can equip spells in. And the main way you're supposed to heal yourself is using the spells to attack people. So there's your first spell you get heals you an entire health chunk if you land it on somebody and does like a certain amount of damage. Then there's like other spells that do other things. Like there's a spell that slows down enemies, but it only heals you like a quarter of a bar or something like that. So they have like additional effects and heal you less, or it heals you a bunch and just does like flat damage or something like that. That's like the main way you deal damage. And every time you kill a creature, they drop like a little bit of mana that you can use for spells. Yeah. And there's like weapon upgrades and stuff and a bunch of really weird characters. There's a guy, like the main guy that keeps following you around. Every time you kill a boss, he just wants to collect parts of the boss to make soups. Like that's his whole thing.
I like soup. I'm into it.
I also like soup.
Are there a bunch of different weapons?
So far, I have like 4 weapons. I think there's a few more I haven't found yet.
Okay.
And they all have 2 different upgrades that are exclusive to each other. So like there's the base pistol has infinite ammo and does like a little bit of damage. You can upgrade it to either have like a big shot that pierces, or you can upgrade it to have a clip that reloads really fast and it shoots like 3 bullets at a time. But you can't have both those things active at the same time. You can flip between them though. Yeah. And then the other game that I've been playing is Metal Gear Solid.
Whoa,
The first one?
wait.
Yeah.
Hang on, why was I not consulted? You're playing the first one?
Yeah, I played it. I beat it.
Are you playing? Did you play the first one, or Twin Snakes?
I played whatever the PS1 version is.
Okay, yeah, the first one. Nice. How'd you like it?
Yeah, it's good. I have never played any of the Metal Gear games, and 3 is getting remade like next month.
Yes.
So I've been thinking about it. I really wanted to play 1 and 2, even though I guess 3 is like a prequel, but everybody says
It
you
is
should
a
play 1 and
prequel.
2 first.
Yeah.
So
Nice. Oh my god. This is so exciting. What was your favorite part?
what was my favorite part? There's a lot of cool story twists and turns that I wasn't expecting. I was really surprised how much of that game is basically just like osmosis, like into my mind. Like there are a lot of like sound effects or like even voice, like dialogue lines or
Osmosis into my mind.
like I've never played it, but there's a lot of things I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize that. And I guess
Love
it's just
Bloom on the battlefield.
yeah. I heard that line. I was like, that I've heard that.
Yeah,
and
of
it's
course you
ridiculous. Yeah, Otacon, who says that. I know of the character Otacon. Like I knew that was a character in Metal Gear somewhere. And I always just thought it was like a cool spy name.
Oh,
but
no.
you meet him and he's like, yeah, it stands for Otaku Convention. And I'm like, there is no way that's the origin of Otacon. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, Otacon's the worst.
He's like, you're like one of my Japanese animes. I'm like, cannot be a real character in this video
He
game.
says that. That's like one of the first things he says. Oh, what a loser.
So funny. Yeah, there's a bunch of like kind of unintentionally funny stuff in that game that I think is just because it's old enough now that probably stuff has riffed on it or it's become a meme or it's just like overused now to this point that it sounds a lot more corny today.
Yeah.
I'm sure it sounded so hardcore back in the day, but like certain voice lines I'm like, oof.
I'm not sure, man. I feel like that's just kind of how Kojima is.
Yeah.
Just like a little cringe.
Man.
Did the Psycho Mantis fight work? I don't know how you were playing this.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing is, yeah, I played it on, I was gonna get Master Collection, but people seem to be like really disappointed with the way the first couple games in that came out, so they're like just emulated on PS1, so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And you get to like do fancy things like up-res it and use CRT filters and all this kind of cool stuff. There's a widescreen hack that like actually increases the FOV.
Oh, that's cool.
So it doesn't just stretch it.
Yeah. That's nice.
It's neat. Yeah, the Psycho Mantis fight, I knew about the gimmick because that's like just such a famous thing.
I think everyone does. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think we need to worry about spoiling it. I think everyone knows of it at least. Basically, during the fight, the thing is he's like a mind reader, right? And so he starts reading all of your moves, so you stop being able to hit him. So you need to unplug your controller and plug it into the player 2 slot, so he can't read your movements anymore. There's also a part where he reads your memory card. He's like taunting you. He's like, I know everything about you. And then he'll read and be like, so you like playing Castlevania if you have a save file for Castlevania.
That didn't happen to me because I didn't have anything else on the quote unquote memory card. But yeah, I did have to go into the settings and change the controller port, which you can just do.
Okay, yeah.
And that worked no problem. There was a couple of weird things. I think the same fight, he does a thing where I guess back in the day it would have made a lot more sense where it like cuts the video feed and it looks like your console disconnects. Yeah, and then it pops up like it's like you used to have to put the game on channel 3 and it would like pop up and say video in the corner, but instead of video it says Hideo. And it's supposed to make you like double take and be like, did my console disconnect or something? I just was like baffled for a second. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I had to look it up to understand. The other thing is at one point I got stuck and just didn't know what to do, and I had to look it up, and it was a different fourth wall breaking thing where you were supposed to figure out the codec code to contact Meryl on the case of the game.
Yeah, it's on the game box,
which I don't have.
Wow.
So I had to look up how to progress there and just figure out what her code was and enter it.
Yeah, cool idea, but yeah, it kind of falls apart in the modern day where you maybe just downloaded it.
There's so much fourth wall breaking stuff all throughout the game.
Oh yeah,
it's so weird. And there's like, it's just ways that tells you to do controls and stuff like, all right, Snake, I'm going to explain this. You're going to want to press the circle button to regain your health. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Man, I cannot wait to hear. I assume, are you going to play number 2?
Yeah, I'm going to play 2 next.
I'm excited to hear your thoughts on 2.
Does 2 have the end in it?
No, that's 3.
That's 3, okay.
Yeah, mostly it was just a good time, I think. I haven't really played a game like it, I don't think.
Yeah?
There's not very many stealth games, I guess, but...
Stealth is a
mostly a
really
pure
hard
stealth
genre. Yeah.
It is.
Oh my god, dude. I'm so glad you're playing them. Speaking of the end, I was actually... GDQ is going on right now. Game's done quick. And they were running Metal Gear Solid 3. All enemies and bosses are invisible.
Wow.
And they're running on the difficulties called European Extreme Difficulty, where if you are seen by an enemy, it's a game over.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, really good run. Really cool. But there's a part where he's talking about there's a boss called The End, and there's a boss called The Boss. And so he's like, so this boss is The End. And he says, it's not the end of the run. The boss is named The End, but it's not the boss because the boss is at the end. Just like, so good.
It's excellent.
I liked the progression layout in the game. Like basically everything's gated around security keys, and like you'll hit like a big cutscene moment, and like the character will inexplicably hand you a new security key for no reason. But it progresses the story and lets you access more of the facility. I thought that was a really good way to do that. And then some of the controls are really outdated and janky, but I got used to it eventually.
Yeah, trying to aim and shoot. I honestly,
it's hard.
I'm not a big fan of the gameplay of 1 and 2. But I think the story, I guess, and some of it's a very fun game. Just sort of like the Psycho Mantis thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really fun, clever, creative idea. I love that. Even though maybe the moment-to-moment gameplay is not my favorite.
There's a bunch of like little things they never explain to you that I was like looking up afterwards. Like you can get the thermal goggles early if you make sure you go pick up the gun first and then look in like the tank hangar in this specific area, or like at one point a character gives you a handkerchief that belongs to somebody, and like theoretically it's useless, but I found out like you can, if you equip it when you're going through an area, like the wolves won't attack you because they smell that character on you.
Oh, that's clever. Man, it's shit like that.
Yeah.
I love shit like that. That's so fun.
There's a lot of times where inexplicably you'll just blow up because there's mines, and they don't really warn you about mines being in an area. But after you know they're there, you can use your mine detector or thermal goggles or whatever to figure out. But the first time you find them, it's just like, oh, I guess
there's mines.
Yes, there's mines there.
I also just love, it's a stealth game that has boss fights.
Yep.
Just what a wild... I think the boss fights are really good. They're usually
good.
my favorite parts of the game.
They're like pretty simple in some cases, but they're pretty good. Not bad.
No,
and the one thing I wanted to say about story was like the performances were really, really good.
Yes. Especially considering PS1. You know, like nowadays maybe they wouldn't pass muster, but
there was so many times that I was like looking at the really, really dated graphics. It looks so old. And like the expression of the character coming through was so juxtaposed with what I was seeing. It was crazy. And also they inexplicably put FMV in like 2 spots in the game. And it was really jarring and yeah, there's one spot where they're trying to explain something to do with nukes. It's always nukes. And they put like just real footage of some nukes and some people like doing science stuff. And
I don't remember that at all.
Also, at the very end of the game, they just go to FMV while a character's talking for a while, and it's just so out of the blue.
Like, yeah, dude.
But the FMV is also like the lowest resolution video you've ever seen.
Of course. Had to fit on a PS1 disc.
Yeah. That's the other thing, is the PS1's 2 discs. I feel like 80% of the game's on the first disc.
Yeah.
It's like they just couldn't fit it. This barely couldn't fit it on one disc. They're like, just do 2 discs. I
Just
guess.
do 2. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's it, boys. Unless anybody's got anything else. Chad, you didn't read something else about Destiny? You have like one more follow up for us? No. Okay. All right. Just checking. All right. Well.
No.
Check back in 2 weeks. We'll be back talking about more games. And thanks so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time. See ya.